Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, and I hope all of you are having a wonderful day today. And today's video, as you probably already guessed, it is about Yemen. It is one of the videos that I've been wanting to make for a very long time, but unfortunately I've not been able to get around to it. And yesterday, after seeing a post on social media, I could not help but make this video today. The reason why I'm making this video is not to get views, not to get likes, not to get comments, and I do not earn off YouTube anyway, so it's not something that affects me in that way. And I just couldn't help but make a video in order to raise awareness, and even if one person gets the right message and helps Yemen in one way or another, that's my purpose of this video fulfilled. Just before we do get into today's video, I do want to say it truly breaks my heart to realize when I was looking up on the internet to do a bit more research on Yemen and see what's really going on there's not a lot of news articles, there's not a lot of information available, and for starters, not a lot of videos available from the news channels actually talking about the crisis that is going off in Yemen at the moment. Just before I get into today's video and give you guys my opinion, I do want to give you guys some facts, just so you know, some numbers and some dates, so you can create that bigger picture in your head in order to understand what's really going on in Yemen. Yemen is currently going through a brutal civil war which has caused 16,000 plus deaths so far, and it started back in 2014. 20 million plus people in Yemen are currently starving due to the conflict. Yemen, amongst the Arab nations, is the poorest, and as a matter of fact it imports 90% of its food from the neighbouring countries. Because of the conflict, all the seaports, airports and any other means of trades are currently closed, which is making it even harder to get any food into the country. The food that is available in Yemen is too expensive because there is so much shortage, and a lot of people have lost their jobs because of the conflict, resulting in them having absolutely no income in order to afford the food. 85,000 kids in Yemen have died due to hunger and starvation, and over 2.5 million kids in Yemen are unable to go to school because of lack of resources. After looking at the internet and researching and looking into the topic a little bit more, what I've gathered is the conflict is based around the Saudis and the Yemenis. The basic background is the Saudis are led by the Sunni government and Yemeni are majority Shia, and they do not get along. And Saudis are trying to overtake Yemen and demanding for the fuel costs to be reduced. Both the UK and USA have contributed to the problem by continuing to sell their weapons to Saudis, who can potentially use those weapons against the poor Yemenis. The war is between Yemen and Saudis from what I've gathered, and the most damage that is done in Yemen is due to the airstrikes that Saudi Arabia does. Like I said, over 16,000 people killed. Now my question to you guys is, if that had been a Western country, whether that's Europe, UK or America or any of the other rich countries in the world, would the response from the media would be the same? Would any other country get the same amount of coverage as Yemen, and would it be ignored and brushed under the carpet like Yemen's? No matter who the war is between, the people who actually deal with the consequences are the poor people, the public, the people that do not even wish for the war to happen, the people that do not even have a direct link to the war. Regardless of anything, parents should not be having to bury their own kids. Regardless of anything, parents should not be losing their kids. People should not be dying at a young age because of starvation. People should have the option to be able to go to school. What I think is really wrong is for two Muslim nations to be at war amongst themselves. That is not what our religion is about. That is not what our God teaches us. Now the question is it really worth killing that many people, starving that many people, cutting them from the world just to get a few benefits? You've got to remember, at the end of the day, your grave and their grave is always going to be the same. It's going to be the same death, and it's going to be the same soil that you'll be going in. It is really wrong, because at the end of the day, no matter whose fault it is, the people that are having to deal with the consequences are the kids, are the women, are the people of Yemen. And it truly breaks my heart to even think of living in a country where there's no food, there's no water, people are dying. Every single direction you look at, there's a kid dying. The hardest thing for me to understand is, as you all know, we've just been through the coronavirus, and we still are. Even just after a few hundred deaths in any of the European countries or America, it made to the highlights of the news channels, of the newspapers, of the article, blogs, everywhere. The whole world was talking about coronavirus and still are. Why are we not talking about Yemen? Why are we not talking about kids died? Even if a few hundred people died in a European country, it will make it to the top of the news channels, right? Nobody wants to talk about Yemen. Nobody wants to talk about over 16,000 people dead, 85,000 kids under the age of 5 are dead. Now, I don't want you guys to donate just because I made this video or because I want you to donate. I really want you guys to question yourself. How would you feel if that was your home country going through that? How would you feel if that was your little brother, your little sister, your son, your daughter having to starve and die because there's no food? Donate because of that reason. I am not going to put any links in the description or suggest any charity to you guys because I do not wish for you guys to donate because I'm asking you to donate. I want you guys to look into this, and if you guys think them people really deserve our help, donate to any charity that you choose, the one that looks the best to you, the one that puts peace in your heart. Donate to that charity. If you are unable to donate, I really want you guys to share this video, share it with your family, with your friends, on your social media. Try and get as many people to see the message, and even if one person helps somebody out in Yemen, that would fulfill the reason why I'm making this video. And I hope you guys understand what is actually going on and how the whole world is pretty much turning a blind eye towards Yemen when they really need us. We stand with Yemen, and with you guys' help, we're going to get this message across to the people that can actually help. And inshallah, one day Yemen is going to be in peace.